All right, y'all. We are live on this beautiful... What day is it again? I don't even know. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. I pray everybody is super blessed. We have a lot to talk about today, guys. Bitcoin is doing some crazy stuff. We're going to assess it. We're going to do some technical analysis. Bitcoin analysis, also known as cornography. As usual, y'all, if we can get 750 likes during the live stream, we will be giving away Actually, that's not true. We'll be giving away $2,000 worth of Bitcoin. Can you even believe it? I know Crypto Face is live too, and I was just in his stream, but this is the only time I have to stream, so it is what it is. I know it's an inopportune time. Alright, y'all. Well, first of all, shout out to Super Googly for the super chat. Thanks, man. I really appreciate the super chat. Super Googly says, fib time, bro. Absolutely. It is fib time. It is fib time. And, you know, I am going to be pulling out some fibs during this stream for sure. Pulling out some fibs for sure. Still getting used to this new streaming software. But, guys... Before we get into this cryptocurrency Bitcoin analysis, make sure to FOMO into the Jason Casper like button index, okay? If we can get 750 likes on this video, on this stream, during the stream, right? Not after the fact, okay? People are always like, oh, we hit 750 likes, it's been like 3 months. Guys, during the stream, call up your mom. Tell her, hey, ma, it's time to come like the Jason Casper YouTube live stream, right? We get 750 likes, we'll be giving away $2,000 worth of Bitcoin. Can you imagine that? Also, guys, if you could do me a huge favor and follow me on Twitter and retweet the stream over here on Twitter. You know, I only follow the coolest people like Carl from the Moon, DZ, Crypto Jack, and some others, right? I don't follow very many people, but make sure, give me a like, give me a retweet, and I'll give myself a heart here. I'll give myself a heart. Again, shout out to Super Googly, and there's something going on with Johnny Depp. I don't know what it is. I don't even really care. So let's talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin, guys, let's take it back. Before we get into this current bounce, let's take it back to the 21st of April. The year was 2022. The day was the 21st. And we actually did take a short from a very important level of about $42,700. One of the short setups that we took in the VIP Discord. Currently, still have the short open. So, all the analysis I'm about to do right now is in the context of being short from right here, and also being short from right here at 43.7, and also being short from 47.8. So remember, before anybody FOMOs long or anything based on a YouTuber who doesn't even trade real money, it's all fake paper trading, not financial advice. Just remember that any long trades I'm in or looking to take, I'm doing it in the context, guys, of already being pretty short. So let's get into this, all right? Bitcoin right now is coming to a key area of support. One of my favorite things to do when I'm looking at the Bitcoin price is pull out my fib. People know Jason Gasper loves to pull out the fib. I'll pull it out in the grocery store, and people look at me weird, right? They're like, whoa, wait a second, do you have a license for that fib? Well, the truth is I do have a license for the fib. I can even drive and pull my fib. You guys can see right here, here I am in the car, clearly got the Fibonacci golden pocket right here. I will say one thing, guys, you can get wrecked doing this. I'm not talking about your trades. I mean literally your Jeep Grand Cherokee, which is not a minivan, by the way. It's a Jeep, could get wrecked. So we have come to a very key place. If we pull our fib from the low we put in on the 24th of January to the high that we put in on the 28th of March, we can see that we are bouncing right off the golden pocket. And this was such a beautiful bounce because it actually allowed for two trades, right? The first one getting a bounce off of the 618, and the second one getting a bounce off the 0.65 fib. Now, why is this so important? This is crucial support right here. In fact, this is one of the most important supports that the coin might have for quite some time. And the reason for that is because when we take a look at this entire chunk of price action that we see on the screen right now, I'm going to go ahead and use an indicator called the visible range, okay? Volume profile visible range. We can see that we are coming down to this spike in volume right here, okay? We have a spike in volume right here, a high volume node. Not only is it a high volume node, but it is also the Fibonacci golden pocket, so that is one area of confluence. Not only that, but if we analyze some volume in a more fixed setting, we can see that we are coming down toward the bottom of the value area of this entire chunk of price action. So this is actually a pretty crucial area of support. And not only that, but we can see that we have had some objectively bullish market structure since that 23rd of January where we put that low. We have our low, we have our high, we have a higher low, we have a higher high, and now, Lord willing, we will put in a higher low for another move to the upside, potentially, right? Potentially. That's why this area of support is so crucial. And if we lose, I would say let's give us a zone, right? Let's put a little green box on the let's use this drawing artistic tool for this box right here, box, okay? And if we lose that box, y'all, I think that things look much less bullish and much more bearish. And just to give us a little bit more context, just a slight smidgen, just another little slice of context here, okay? This also is a pretty clear looking channel, right? An ascending channel like this, right? And depending on how we want to draw it, right, we could do this, we could do something like this for the exact wicks. Whatever the case, this box, okay, is clearly important support. And this is the area where we should be looking for longs. In fact, this is why if we go over to the VIP Discord where we post the trade setups, this is one of the trades that we were looking at, that we've been looking at for a very long time. Right over here, since the middle of April, we were looking at the golden pocket, the high volume node right here. We have some other important levels. We were looking for bullish divergences on our favorite indicator, market Cipher B, my favorite indicator. And what do you know? Here's the thing. And by the way, if you want to join the VIP Discord, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. But let me just give a quick caveat here. Patreon charges you when you sign up and then again at the beginning of the month. So unless you want to pay now and in 5 days, then wait, right? Just wait it out. Wait it out. But it is a great community in here, I have to say. We have some fantastic traders posting the juiciest technical analysis, potential trade setups, and levels. And now that the trading bot has gone live and we have beta testing open for it, we have some awesome people posting the juiciest trade bot setups in here, guys. It's a great community. I'm honored that the Lord has used me to grow this community. It's been a good time for the past 1 year and 2 months. All right, so we are coming down to this area of support, and when we take a look at our indicator, market Cipher B, what do we see on the 4-hour time frame? Now this is actually something that encourages me. This encourages me. What we see here is we have come down to the golden pocket, okay, to the golden pocket, and notice what has happened, okay? I'm going to take a trend line and just draw it like this. We can erase our little box right here. And notice, when we come down to the golden pocket, we are getting a triple bullish divergence on the 4-hour time frame here. We can take a trend line over here on market Cipher B and just go like this and go, right? Look at that. We come down to the 618, bullish divergence. We come down again to the 0.65, 0.6, to the bullish divergence as well. Okay, bullish divergence. Now, notice something, okay? We have 2, 3, 4, well, okay, let's say 3 right here, right? We have 3 BitBoy, big old, they're called Big Bens, right? Big Ben, green dots right here. And now we have another one right here as well. And we can also see that money flow is getting higher on the 4-hour time frame. Now, this to me shows that we have some potential here, being that we're at key support, right? Key support in our box that we have right down around here, okay? We have some potential to get a legitimate, serious move to the upside from here. In addition, okay, if we go to the daily time frame, potentially, we have a bullish divergence forming on the daily. Now, keep in mind, guys, this is in the background, all right? The cosmic microwave background in the universe, right? This is in the background of a weekly money flow crossing from the green into the red, which typically, historically, results in another 40 to 50% move to the downside. So although I am hoping and trading as if we are going to get a move to the upside from here, I'm doing it understanding that we very well may get a massive move to the downside. And again, when we're looking at these higher time frames, there's room for volatility here, right? There's room for volatility. For example, right, look at the past 4 hours. If on the 4-hour time frame, you'd say, wow, massive bullish move, massive. I mean, have you ever seen, in all honesty, okay, be honest with me, you wouldn't lie to your good friend, Mr. Jason Casper, but look at these 4-hour candlesticks. They take up the whole screen. You would say to yourself, these are the most bullish candles I've ever seen in the world. But then we go to the 3-minute time frame, and in those same 4 hours, oh my goodness, what would you see? We were up and down and up and down and up and down. And, you know, you could have longed and shorted. In fact, we did long and short. In the VIP Discord live stream this morning, we actually did, not even kidding, long from right here, short from right here. Just looking at some of the order flow and divergences that we had on here. But that's besides the point. The point is, although the weekly looks bearish, there's still room for upside here, okay? Especially since we're at support. Now, admittedly, the volume is very, very low today. We've had some pretty low volume today. In fact, if we do take a look at the order flow here, and we just go on to, let's go to a 15-minute chart, you know, we can see that in general, like, we've had some pretty low volume. Like, not a lot of volume has come in here. We can see. And there hasn't been a lot of traders very interested in trading this. We've been chopping around the VWAP, and there is a little bit of indecision going on, in my opinion, in these markets, right? But nonetheless, we do have something that rarely has failed me. Bullish divergences on the market Cipher B on the 4-hour time frame, okay? When we see that the price is coming down to an area of support, okay? We can see the price action here, right? We can see it, the candlesticks, purple, blue, purple, purple, blue. And notice this, we can draw the trend line coming down, okay? We see the price getting lower. Down here, we see the Big Ben green dots, okay? And we can see that they're getting higher. And that's where the money is, guys. That is where the money is, all right? Now, this is my friend Dolores. She works at the diner. She's got a Brooklyn accent and a real raspy voice from smoking too many cigarettes, right? She sounds like this. Hey, Dolores, get over here because this guy needs another cup of coffee, right? This is back in the 90s when there was a smoking section in the diner, all right? She's an older woman now. I don't know if she still works at the diner, but you probably know her. And as you can see over here, all the tip money she gets from these people, this guy over here, he likes what he sees. You know why? Because when he sees these uneven butt cheeks over here, he knows he's going to be in a good position, all right? And so that's where the tip money is. You see them Benjamins coming out of the pocket there. When we see it on the 4-hour, it tends to give a big old move to the upside. Take a look at what happened last time over here, right? We got the uneven butt cheeks on the 4-hour. We got a big old move to the upside, right? Got a big old move to the upside. And now we're getting that same thing again. And it's very, very rare. Look at this, right? Uneven butt cheeks on the 4-hour. Look at this right here, right? Uneven butt cheeks on the 4-hour right here. Sorry, I meant right down here. Boom, massive move to the upside. Right here, uneven butt cheeks on the 4-hour, move to the upside. And you know, we're there again, guys. And so just based on history, right? There is reason to think that we could potentially get a move to the upside from here. All right. So let's mark out some other levels and kind of see, you know, what is going on. Because, well, yeah, let's mark out some other levels and see what is going on. So this is taking us all the way back to November. We're on the 4-hour time frame. We're really, really zoomed out. Let's zoom in a little bit right here. And let's actually now take a look more locally. Let's take a look more locally to see if we can zoom in a little bit and see if there's anything to see here. All right. So we could say that, you know, if we just look at this, right, we could kind of see that we have a pretty significant support resistance flip right here, right? We had this level acting as our support. In fact, I could just extend the line outwards like this. We can see that this is a significant level, right? This white line on the chart. When we're looking at charts, we always want to look for areas where price action has had a lot of interaction, right? A lot of intersectionality, okay? Shout out to all of my fat, white, ambiguously gendered, pink-haired college students. I know how much you guys love intersectionality. Well, you have come to the right channel, my friends, because we're all about intersectionality right here. We can see that this white line was resistance, support, resistance, 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 support, support. All right, so what I'm going to do is, because I found a significant level, I'm going to say, all right, let's analyze, okay? Let's analyze all the volume that traded once we now lost this level. And what this does is this actually gives us now a value area locally where we could say that ever since the Bitcoin lost that significant area of intersectionality, we have established a value area where Bitcoin is considered fair value between the price of $39,328.50 and up here at $41,311.00. And something that is important to notice here is that ever since we came up and we got a rejection from up here, okay, this was the trade that we took in the Discord, right? The trade in the Discord from right, which one was it? We take a lot of trades in here. This trade right here, it was a naked point of control, a potential chickens drinking water. It was a daily level of resistance. We came up there. We got a very harsh, rejection from the level, okay? And then what we have done is we have come down and we have lost this value area. So this is actually a very crucial price right here that, in my opinion, if Bitcoin is unable to reclaim 39.4 thousand, in fact, more specifically, I would say, yes, this is very important. If we are not able to claim this $39,400 level, I become much less bullish on the current move that we have. And the reason is because when an asset has established a value area, we would expect that when we come outside of the value area that we'll make our way back into it. When we come below, we can expect that we make our way back into it, right? This is actually a great way to trade the way your uncle trades. You know the uncle I'm talking about, right? The one who, when you told him you were getting into trading, he gave you that old southern white man chuckle. Oh, we're getting into investing, are you, son? Well, let me learn you a thing or two, all right? Your uncle's been around the block. You know, your uncle sounds a lot like your grandfather. You know, your uncle's been around the block, son. Let me tell you a thing or two. All you got to do if you want to be good at investing is buy low and sell high. You know, he's laughing there, you know. He's laughing. He's at the diner. He's smoking a cigar. Just buy low and sell high, son. Let me tell you, right? As he's lighting that thing up. You know what I'm saying? So that's true. Buy low and sell high. How are we going to establish what is low and what is high? We're going to do it with this volume profile that gives us clearly defined highs and lows. Okay? And so this is actually a great place to look to buy because we're low. And this is a great take profit one if you're long, because this is the door back into the top of the range, basically. This is the doorway. If we can't get back through the door, I don't know, guys. I really don't know if we can't get back through the door. And then other areas to really be looking for TPs, if we do get back through the door, would be this golden pocket here. Now, notice how these golden pockets are lining up very nicely with the high and low of this value area. That is something called confluence. Confluence is where you find multiple things at one level. And when you find multiple things at one level, that is called confluence, and it can be very juicy. It can be very juicy, and you always, please, guys, please do not allow your watermelons to look like this. This is what we need. We do not want infertile fruits, okay? Yes, it's a pain to take the seeds out, okay? It's a pain to take the seeds out. But here's the thing. In life, you have to look at the long term. You can't just, in the long run, right? It'll be better off in the long run if you can plant more watermelons next year, all right? Don't live for the short run. The short run, it's so tempting. It'll be really good in the short run. Like, for example, if I decided to go, rob a bank and go on a shopping spree, it would be really good in the short run, right? Imagine all the things I could buy in the short run, guys. You know what I'm saying? But in the long run, all right, watermelon seeds are planning out your trades, finding those juicy levels, okay, and waiting patiently for them so that you can grow new Bitcoins in the next planting season, all right? It's important to do, y'all. It's very important to do. And so this is what is happening locally and more so on the higher term time frame levels. And again, if we go to the higher term time frame levels, right, we can see that we're in between two important areas. Number one, we're at a local resistance, but we're at a macro support, right? Macro support, local resistance, okay? Bouncing off golden pocket, low of a macro value area, trying to come in through golden pocket, low of a value area locally. And honestly, guys, if we can, I see no reason why we couldn't just come back up to this important area of around 42K and then even higher up to this important area of 44K. But what if we lose it, right? What if we dump? What if we crash and burn because we were trading and driving with kids in the back? All right, there's no cops out here, guys. I live in a country area. You can see these are wheat fields. I love this time of year when the wheat grows, okay? I love it because this is the time of year where we count the Omer leading up to Shavuot or Shavuos, depending if you pronounce it with an Ashkenazi pronunciation. I don't know. I don't even know if you even know what that means. And if you do, great. And if you don't, that's fine. The wheat is growing. There's no cops on the road. I'm trading and driving, guys. Okay? I forget why I was saying that. But if we dump, if we dump, right? If all the longs get liquidated, right? If they all get liquidated, then we have to have a plan to the downside. Because remember, is price going to go up? Is price going to go down? It depends, guys. It depends. Okay? It depends. We always have to make sure that we have a plan in advance. Because, again, I always bring this guy up, but this man reeks of confidence. Okay? Look at this. Look at what it says here. Maximal. Right? This guy is a maximal right here. I don't know if you can see that. Right? I don't know if you can see where it says maximal. Let's see. Can we see it? Where is it? I don't know. Let's view the file. Here we go. Maximal, right? Why is he so confident? Because he has maximum absorbency. He's not going to get liquidated because there's absorption going on, all right? We can see that the longs are getting absorbed by bigger players in their limit orders, right? He definitely is not going to get liquidated. He definitely has maximum absorbency because he's confident, right? Look at the hand on the hip. Look at the body language here. This man, he trusts his trading plan, okay? He's got that insurance going on, right? You can tell he's confident. Hand on the hip, right? You don't want to be like this woman here. All right. Now, no offense to her. I'm sure she's a wonderful lady. But you could tell that she has no plan. Nervous. Look at the body language. Hand on the neck. Oh, I'm a little bit nervous here. She's a little bit nervous. Why? Because it's moderate absorbency, guys. She doesn't really know what she's thinking in the future. So we need to have a plan also in case we have more downside, right? We know what areas of resistance we're looking for to the upside. Well, what about supports to the downside? Let's take a look at some of those because we do have some very, 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 very important supports coming up if we are to just fall through, if we cannot reclaim this important level of $39,400, give or take. I think we could see much lower prices. And so where could we find some support? All right, where? Well, let's go to a higher term time frame now. The daily. The daily. And let's take a look at this giant bull flag that Bitcoin is in from the dump. From the Roni Baloney, you could make the case that we are trading in some kind of a giant bull flag, right? Some kind of a giant bull flag, right? Maybe. I'm not saying it's the truth, okay? Maybe not from the Roni Baloney dump, but maybe from the time that we broke above 12K. I remember that. That was a juicy time, right? We can see here that the Bitcoin is actually trading in this giant sideways kind of market right here, right? And notice something. We have this massive move to the downside, and then we're trading in this kind of flaggish channel pattern, right? So if this thing breaks to the downside, well, where are we going to find support? Well, one of the juiciest levels in the whole charts are going to be from the Roni Baloney to the all-time high. And look at that, guys. Just look at the confluence there again, right? It's a pretty juicy confluence with the seeds right there at the golden pocket just below where we actually have these previous lows, right? So I'm going to erase some of this stuff just so we can see a more clean chart right here. But look at how there is so much confluence right down below this area. So if we do break now below this trend line, right, could we then find support in this golden pocket? Now, you know how we're talking about being at macro support and local resistance? Well, 24-minute red dot on market Cipher B. Well, now this could actually take us down to macro support, right? Macro support. That would be a very juicy level, especially if we are getting bullish divergences, or at least big old BitBoy green dots on the daily, right? Like if we're getting something similar to this over here, where we have multiple BitBoy green dots on the daily as we come down to this golden pocket, And we're getting bullish divergences on the 4 hour and the 1 hour and the 24 minute and the 12 minute and the 6 minute and the 3 minute and the 1 minute and the 1 second. Could make for a nice juicy trade, especially since we have a lot of liquidity down here, which could be grabbed before move to the upside. Boom, right? That people keep trying to long, and then finally there's a massive just drop to the downside. Everyone's like, that's it, I'm shorting. As soon as everyone shorts, right? As soon as everyone shorts, guess what happens? The big players come in and they absorb those shorts because it's maximum absorbency, guys, right? And they know what they're doing. They're not scared. He ain't scared. No, he ain't. You know what I'm saying? And neither is this guy, right? Because he knows what he's looking for. He knows what he's looking for, right? Dolores at the diner. And, of course, there's other levels below that. We don't have to get into it now. We don't have to get into it now. But I will say that I should probably head on over to the chat and see if anyone's even in here. Wow. I'm surprised we have so many people, even though other more important people are streaming. Shout out to Crypto Yacht. Yeah, that's true. He's confident too because he has a dad bot. Yeah, that's true. Dolores might have an accident as well. She might have an accident as well. Yeah, okay, so Quinny Course says I should be saying that we're trading inside of a bear flag. Yeah, we're trading inside of a bear flag, guys. Okay, we're trading inside of a bear flag, for sure, right? For sure. Yeah, we could say that, right? We could say that. I'm not against that. This, depending on how you want to look at this, bear flag or channel, one and the same. If we do break down, we're just looking for areas of support where we know that we can find support. Now, if the creepy thing is, if we take this and let's say we do break down from the channel, well, that is going to bring us down, according to this, to like an $11,000 Bitcoin, which honestly is a very important area of support, right? It's a clear support resistance flip. Resistance, resistance, resistance. And then we come back down and potentially find some support down there. So, that is definitely a possibility. And again, that's something that we have to also be aware of. If we turn on our, let's turn on some fib levels here. Would you look at that? So we do have a very important fib level, the 0.886 retracement, right? An 88.6% retracement from the dump of March 2020 to the high. I mean, that could give us support right there. That is something that we do also need to keep in mind, right? So that is a nice confluence as well. Hey, wait a second. What just happened? Oh, right. Taking it from the low of the flag breakdown. Yeah. So that's also a nice confluence. Just something to be aware of. Something to be aware of. Where's the best country with a VPN? Anywhere where it allows you to do what you need to do. Shout out to Freedom Man. Shout out to Dread Mining. How's the old diagonal channel from the top doing? Yeah, it's still doing good. So honestly, guys, I'm still long from 33.1. I'm still long from 33.1 because of the channel. This channel right here. Yeah, this one right here. I'm still long from it. I'm still long from right down here. Yeah, I mean, we're still holding it, right? We're still holding that support. So again, there is no reason to say that this is not still being respected. And even though we're in a bear flag, we could still have another move to the top of the bear flag, right? There's no reason to say why we can't come back up to the top of the bear flag and then break down, right? There is no reason to say that. in my opinion. But, you know, this is not financial advice, guys. I'm not a financial advisor. I only paper trade. I only trade fake money on a demo account. And, yeah, I'm just an entertainer, because you should never take or even mistake, you know, somebody who shows you pictures like this and pictures like this. I mean, anyone who drives and trades, you should not take financial advice nor any kind of life advice from that person. Otherwise, you'll definitely get liquidated. You know, the only advice you should take from me is what type of adult diapers to buy, and I'm telling you, maximum absorbency is the way to go, and definitely not the moderate, right? Why would you even bother with the moderate? Okay, why would you bother with the moderate? Because here's the thing: doctors say, experts say, you're supposed to drink 8-ounce glasses of water per day, and I'll tell you, moderate is not going to cut it. Okay, moderate will not cut it. Definitely not. Yes, we have the one-day bullish divergence forming. Super googly, do I have a home remedy for hiccups? I actually don't. I'm sorry. Shout out to Tiberius, who's streaming Jason Casper and CryptoFace. Oh, Dread Mining, that's not your real name? I didn't know that. How am I trading through the minivan stereo? Hey, it's not a minivan, guys. It's a Jeep, right? It's a Jeep. Now, just because it looks like a minivan and just because it has that third row in the back doesn't mean it is a minivan. And here's how you can tell. Now, I'm a man in my 30s with some kids and a wife. If I had gotten a minivan, I would have immediately just popped out a beer gut and started to go bald, right? Because that's what minivans do to men in their 30s. And it clearly that has not happened, right? Clearly that has not happened. I still have my hair, and the beer gut, thankfully, I do not have, right? Because it's a Jeep. So that's a little trick to you men out there looking to stay in good shape. Don't get a minivan. Go for the Jeep Grand Cherokee. Yes, it probably was made by the same company that made the minivan, from the same cookie cutter factory, and they just put a different logo on it. And yes, for all intents and purposes, it's a minivan, right? But you can still hang on to that youthful dream that you had of owning a Jeep that was lifted up so you could take it off-roading in the trails and the mountains and stuff, right? You could still live that dream, guys, because it's a Jeep. It could do that. I could take this thing off-road. I could take it through the trail in the mountains, just a stock Jeep Grand minivan. Of course I could do that. Of course I could do that, right? So Mex MFI says a home remedy for hiccups is recall all the people who owe you money. Works like a charm. Yeah. That's right. Shout out to Shimi. Maybe we'll get a push down to 37. Today's the 9th day of the Omer. That's true. That is true. Is it? No, a Volkswagen camper is not a minivan. A Volkswagen camper is not a minivan. Wow, we have 187 people watching and only 186 likes. We just need one more like to have equilibrium around here. Shout out to Kyle Olay. What's going on, bro? I am not trading Ape MMAC AM videos. I'm not trading Ape. I'm pretty much only trading Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. And, yeah, that's about it. That is about it. But, yeah, guys, that's kind of it, honestly. Wanted to come in, make a quick stream. I've got to run because I have some very important things to do today. But, yeah, if anyone missed it, you can go back and rewatch it. And yeah, that's it. God bless everybody in the name of Yeshua the Messiah, Jesus the Messiah. I pray everyone is super blessed. And receive this blessing in Hebrew. I love the Hebrew language. Anu Hevivlit. Because it's the best language, in my opinion. And the purpose of this blessing is that the Lord, the God, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the one who created you, will place his name upon you and bless you and give you completeness. It goes like this: Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha Shalom, B'Shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Israel. In English, that means, may the Lord bless you, and may he guard and protect you, and may he shine his light upon you, and may he have grace upon you, and may he turn his face towards you, and give you completeness and peace in the name of Jesus, the Messiah, the God of Israel. Amen. Thank you guys for being here, and I'll see everyone in the next stream. Peace!